Good evening, judges, students, and staff. My name is Luke, and I'm the CEO.
My name is Barry Garrett. I'm the Chief Engineer and Marketeer.
My name is Justin. I'm a marketer.
In recent years, agriculture has faced massive issues regarding the tree nut industry. Today, we reveal our solution, the pheromone fertilizer concept.
In California, we grow one of the big three nuts: almonds, walnuts, and pistachios, which we make about $8 billion in California in the agriculture. That's in California's profit, which is about $50 billion. Right now, the industry is in major jeopardy because the carrot moths and orange navel worms. We lose about 30% of our crops due to these moths. California loses about $3 billion a year due to these moths. So we're trying to plan on targeting these moths and worms to lower the rates of these significantly amount. Another thing that is affecting these worms is climate change as well.
An issue the U.S. nut industry faces, as Bear said, is the moths. These moths can be countered with pesticides. However, these pesticides also kill bees, resulting in 300,000 colonies of bees being killed from 2015 to 2022. Products using pheromones, like the ones we use on fertilizer, have been used to counter these moths, or help counter, but they are either not cost efficient or not efficient enough in killing the moths themselves. Traps have been used to monitor moth amounts around the place, but they are not efficient enough in killing the moths to reduce the population. And then sprays on trees used to attract the moths and kill them are used, but they take a long time to put on, and I have to do the hands, which takes a long time.
Our solution? Coat pheromone sprays in an existing industry standard, fertilizer. By incorporating mating disruptors in a tool already used by growers, pheromone fertilizers ensure that our product will be easier to employ than any other product on the market. This is crucial as farmers will be more likely to utilize pheromone fertilizers than alternate approaches such as pesticides. Pheromone fertilizers are based on proven pheromone spray concepts. The harmful orange navelworm is a product of a male carrot moth spawning with a female carrot moth. The male moth locates the female entirely based on their pheromone scent. By producing a stronger fragrance with a replicating pheromone, male carrot moths ignore other females in the pursuit of a more powerful aroma. The male moth then die before mating due to their lack of feeding structures. In this way, pheromone fertilizers will work the same as sprays, with the sole exception that the pheromone will come from the ground rather than the base of the tree trunk. However, our pheromone fertilizer product differs in how it is applied. By coating prevalent fertilizers such as triple 12, pheromone sprays are distributed through existing fertilizing processes. In almonds and many other affected nuts, the fertilizing process begins during the spring. Fertilizer is then reapplied every 4 to 6 weeks. This task aligns with the reapplication rates of most pheromone sprays. Coincidentally, this process also occurs throughout the spawning phase of the carrot moths. This signifies that our product will be effectively utilized with no changes to original almond grower methods.
Why this product is super effective. Already farmers have the tools that they need for equipment and products to spread out the fertilizer, instead of going out and buying a huge plane that will cost a lot more money and spreading out the pheromones themselves. Another negative thing to that pheromone spreading on the trees is that it is super toxic to bees. Like my colleague said here, inside the pheromone is pesticides. We like to use bees in our farming industry, right, to go around and pollinate. So what we would do is it would be inside the dirt, a lot more easier for the moths to target the dirt and let the bees live freely and pollinate the trees as they will. It is also super cheap, fast results, eco-friendly, and food costs will drop significantly. We use a lot of almonds, walnuts, and pistachios in our everyday food uses, such as milks, oils, butters, creams. This is a big thing that we use in California and all around the world. We also grow about 80% all the walnuts, or almonds in the world here, so we need this cost. It is also super realistic. and very good with any conditions in the world, or not in the world, conditions in the farms, such as rain, sunny, super windy. It will still be very effective through all of that. It is also a very protective safety of consumers from toxins and naval worms.
With this concept of a realistic, competitive product aimed towards farmers, we believe pheromone fertilizer will revolutionize the agriculture defense industry. Thank you.
All right, we'll open the floor to the judges. Looks like we already have one judge question.
So we gotta beat all you guys. Lovely idea. I would really like to know more. How did you come up with it? What was the inspiration behind it?
Well, we had a talk from some visitor at UCR that explained the issues about these moths, and he proposed multiple solutions about how they could be, fixed. But we decided to take our own route and then do some of our own research in these moths and come up with a solution that would actually be used by farmers.
First of all, I just want to clarify, your whole design is to basically put these pheromones in the dirt along with the fertilization and whatnot, and then have the male moths deter from the females and just go to the dirt and basically not to mate, correct?
Yes. So the male moths have at least a 5-mile radius of ascent, and so in a normal scenario, they would go to the moths, or the navel orange females, target them, mate them, and burrow inside the nut. What we plan to do is use something that is a pheromone that is stronger than the navel orange worm, so that they can target the fertilizer or the dirt in that scenario. And after they only stay right there until they mate, but since they can't mate, they'll stay there until they die.
And for clarification again, the male moth, they don't consume the seeds of the nuts.
No.
It's a larvae that's
This is also kind of a two-part related questions. Have you guys considered potential for collateral damage to unintended targets, like insects that you're not trying to kill with pesticides?
Yes, but there is a difference why this is such like a good, replacement for pesticides, in that the pheromones that the moths release are specifically unique to that species.
So there's not actually intention to use pesticide in this fertilizer at all?
No,
No.
this is a replacement to fertilizer.
So it's using the
Or
pheromone.
this is a replacement to pesticides.
Yes, it is a pheromone that the navel orange females give off.
So there's no potential harm to the product or the tree or the nut either then?
No, it is a very low toxicity rate, and it will not go inside any of the nuts.
Thank you.
Do you know what the cost difference would be like between the pheromone and the pesticide?
We unfortunately did not get the information for that, but we know that the price is actually pretty low. Most of it is from the cost of labor and from the cost of this new equipment. With these fertilizer spray or these pheromone sprays, you only need 3 ounces per acre. So,
And it is a lot more cheaper because usually farmers would go get planes or bigger trucks to fly over and waste money on gas. Also, just in almonds, we have about 1.6 million acres here in California, so that is a lot of acres to cover, and so this is even much cheaper method.
the basic idea is that this is a product that is more cost efficient, more financially beneficial to basically the economy and farmers rather than pesticides or any other product.
My question is in the application process. In applying this product into the ground, is this being used by machine? Is this doing by a human? Is there any protective gear required? Any harmful after effects or side effects to someone being exposed to that ground area? You mentioned it isn't harmful to the actual trees, but what about to the human aspect of that?
So this product will be applied using tractors that the farmers would drive. The product itself is not harmful to humans, but the fertilizer, the pheromones are not harmful to humans. The fertilizers has to be applied using gloves, wearing masks, boots, just like general protections, as it will cause some skin irritation.
On contact.
These
So very similar to
fertilizers.
pesticides.
No.
Well, when you're exposed to pesticides without proper PPE, you're gonna get skin irritation.
Well, the idea is that this is replacing pesticides. Right, this is using the fertilizers as a carrier. So farmers already have techniques, they already have equipment and protection gear to spread out these fertilizers, right? So-
Okay, I guess my question is then, how long does this stay in the ground post ready for harvest? And will that, harm the individuals or and people who are actually harvesting our nuts?
No. Well, these fertilizers are already in the ground. They're already used right now, widespread in all these groves. So the idea is that since they're already in the ground, you're not breathing in any of the dust from the fertilizer. You're not actually touching the fertilizer. So it's not going to be causing you any harm once they're on the ground.
One thing I wanted to say is, I know that you have your mindset already on incorporating it into the fertilizer, but you said there's only 3 ounces needed for basically an acre.
Yes, it does.
Could you simply put it into the sprinkler system if it's in the liquid?
That is possible.
That is possible, but we also don't want to make it go into the tree.
The difficulty with that is that you have to make sure that's evenly distributed to every single tree, right? So you have to figure out a way to dilute that in the sprinkler system.
All right, that's all the time we have for questions.